There's always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley, 75 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 3.
Newton on 3rd down. Almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Andy Lee.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Yetur Gross Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The sack here, 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Oh, you went 3
and out. And now they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down past the 30. And over at the end, he stops. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Pressure too much. There he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's brought down, getting this this one up to about the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Number
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
By Aldon Smith. A gain of 5.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. False start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 33 yards that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That one caught out wide by Julio. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Julio Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints 19.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Wilson now off the bootleg. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picks off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He completes it to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Julio Jones.
He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
44-yard line.
From the 44, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend, because you got to remember, arguably, He's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Tavon Young in on the tackle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
At the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, it makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Airing this one out for Evans. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Saints nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deontay Johnson, 35 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
That's the score. Buccaneers 31, Saints 7.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wilson gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Pickup. First down.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. His throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move,
and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Yetur Gross-Matos getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And 3rd down.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. Now they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump up the pace. Maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
20-yard line.
To throw again. Newton going to take a shot for Gallup. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Will Parks. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Handoff to
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Yetur Gross-Matos. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a 1st down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the 1st.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
He's got Evans. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mike Evans, 58 yards, and the Saints get a bit closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. To the air again, Newton. It's caught at the 1, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Saints
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16-yard
line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Brandon Copeland picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Barnett, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line. Today's final score, Buccaneers 34, Saints 15.